he's notified before next week. Alright. Music is on. Here we go. 8th episode of the Kappa. Shit, that was my tongue getting stuck. The Kappa Council 8th episode. And the intro there brought to you by Ronald Jenkins. As you might have heard on YouTube, there's this thing going on where everybody is getting like copyright and ID content freaking reported and stuff. Yes, which happened to us as well, cause we're so big.
Wait, what happened?
Yes, the previous episode got
claimed.
Got claimed because of the music by Ronald Jenkins, but it wasn't by Ronald Jenkins, but it was by like Ind Music something, and I actually at the moment when I saw it, I was like, what? Seriously? No, I have the right written by him to use his music for this purpose, the way that we use it. You know, and so I actually, when I saw it, I didn't even think about this whole thing happening on YouTube at that moment. I guess it was just when it got started, so I had like just heard someone having an issue, and so I did like counterclaim. You know, for the first time in my life, I did a counterclaim.
Yeah, we can prove we have it.
I mean, obviously, I mean, but I was like, serious, like, what, seriously? Because what I was thinking is like, even as it is like, you know, not important, not big channel or anything, I was like, obviously, you know, 3 strikes and they close your channel, and I was like, dude, I don't even want to have 1 strike.
Yeah, people are abusing it because they can, and people aren't being smart and changing the laws.
Oh yeah, it's YouTube.
The authors and owners don't even know it's happening.
Like that happened to Total Biscuit. Company didn't like his review, and they got his video pulled. Just
but that's
because
a
they
whole
can.
different thing. That's a whole different thing.
Yeah, but the point is that the way they're using the legal stuff is wrong, and it's being abused, and no one's doing anything to change it.
Well,
it's so
these things is happening.
I feel so much safer on Twitch.
Oh yeah, Twitch.
I can play Hammerfall songs.
It was the guy advertising scrolls. That's who it was.
What? Oh my god.
No, I'm saying that's what L2K the Adore said. Chat.
Oh really? Okay, because what
That's
happened
funny.
was that I for the first time ever got to see how you could do anything about it. So I wrote this whole response in my counter response, you know, like I even went back to see when that email happened, like on this day I got written confirmation, but actually the day after it was removed, I think, so it was easy. But yeah, I was like, what the frack, you know, but it happened. Today with us we have the Ogre, as it's the second time for him to be here. I haven't put in his name though.
And he
doesn't have a shirt, so he's not +1
He doesn't get his +1.
No, he needs to take on a shirt to get +1, so we'll see if he does that during the episode. He usually doesn't have much to say other than Kappa OP. Also with us we have Joyful, coming from How to Not Starve Something.
From Don't Starve, Hearthstone, and from the Wastelands today.
Oh, Wastelands as well.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's also early access, right?
It is.
Every game is early access now.
Whoever plays
People
games...
don't play released games anymore. It's too late.
AAA titles are overrated. Clearly.
Playing games at release, that's like so 90s. Like, holy shit. Oh, awesome stuff. What's up with you, GreatOldOne?
All good. Kind of tired.
Kind of tired. How's school going?
It's fine. You know, school, whatever.
Whatever. Oh, well.
Sounds tired.
Yeah, you do sound tired. I like the fact that we're not anymore seeing that naked poster in the background, though.
You like it?
Samurai is
Well,
doing
like
good.
it, I don't know. I guess I miss it. It was cute. There we go. Nice, nice.
Oh, there you
nice.
go.
There we go. We need some beauty on the show. You know, besides having Casey, obviously.
I can just be in the background. You only see the poster.
Oh yeah, we can just have the posters. Thank you. What's up with you, Casey? What you been doing?
Not much. I finally finished my exams. I did amazing.
You did amazing.
Did amazing. I got so my final was my final grade in the class was a project, an exam, and then the final exam, and I got hundreds on all three. It was just like bam. And then but I was complaining because I didn't get a high enough A that I wanted. So I was emailing the professor, and I'm like, can I please have a little bit higher grade, please?
Really?
So I was like, that annoying kid. My other test, I haven't gotten the grade yet. It's been a week. They still haven't graded it, so we'll see. I probably got a B. I didn't put any effort into the class, so I probably.
Nicely done.
B isn't
But yeah, I
that
did
bad,
really well
though.
this semester. I was very happy. I had to take the week off from everything to do well. So
God damn,
I should be streaming either after Kappa Council. I need to relearn everything Faeria. So that's probably what's gonna happen.
Nice, finally.
I need to relearn everything.
How did I place a land? I don't know.
What?
Is this a hexagon?
Go for two-color decks. They seem to be.
Yeah, that's
fit.
the only. Yeah, just take any color, put it with red, and then I have something.
Put it
Yes.
with red. Awesome stuff. Awesome
And
stuff.
as usual, you forgot your snake.
Oh god.
And as
because it's
usual, you
sitting-
have to remind him about this.
It's like sitting on the keyboard, all adorable. It's wrapped around the
Yeah,
numpad.
adorable for you, invisible for us. Oh, that's much
my
better.
God.
But yeah, so Quincy wanted us to talk about real quickly how overpowered Fireflap and Runic Flash are, so that we can get it nerfed.
Really?
Can we get Quincy on the show, maybe? What do you guys think?
He had a magical birthday, so.
Oh,
It was his sister, I think.
Oh, or little sister. Well,
that
there was
would
some magical
explain
show
the
happening.
Caps.
But
Or
yeah, so
some magical
basically
shit.
this week is just filled with every deck splashing red, because red events are really strong. So
That's what I lost to in the tournament.
So Fireflap is the card that's an issue right now,
well, it's
according to
mostly just
him.
red having all the answers to everything. I think
There
we
you
just
go,
lost.
I would say Runic
Killed
Flash
away.
is so amazing anywhere. I think Runic Flash was a big part of why I lost the tournaments so badly.
Mm.
Just
I-
it completely removes a creature, but
Yeah.
it costs so little. And
My
because it has
worm,
even
desert
if
worm.
you played a creature, it's a delay. You play a creature, you wait a turn before you get its power, but the Runic Flash is just instantly deleted. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about them yet. I don't know if I agree they're too strong. I don't know if it's the cards themselves or just red in general, the mix of red with other things. I haven't explored that.
Oh, Joy, your cam died.
My cam died?
Oh yeah.
I thought it died. Oh, there you go. A little bit of revitalization.
No problem. Hey,
I don't
awesome.
know. What do you guys think? Do you think there should be more of a board mechanic with Fireflap? Make it more like a chained thing, or just straight removal? Maybe add a structured damage component.
Structure damage, amazing idea, I would say.
That would at least make Red think about using it.
Yeah,
I
instead of
would
just
say that's a great idea.
I think it needs to hurt everything.
Yes, a structure damage, and I would be okay with the card, I think. Yeah.
I feel like Runic Flash, there's arguments to say that it could cost a little more, or maybe reduce its damage, maybe add more of a board play into it. Because I feel
Maybe
like it's
to Faeria at least.
yeah,
Least
because I
to
feel like
Faeria.
it kind of runs into the same problem as Ambush used to be. It was like you got it early, you would instantly win because you would just snipe things. But obviously that's not the case because it's it costs more. You can play it later. But I feel like in the late game, it trades so well because it removes
It's
such a big-
amazing, because you snipe the one unit you are really scared of, the one that has highest damage.
Yeah.
And the army is suddenly not so threatening anymore because it has a bunch of meat shields in the front.
I think a lot of it's just true damage. True damage isn't necessarily
Ooh.
explored yet.
David Bowie puts an interesting thing on the chat. Runic Flash should be 3 gold, 1 Faeria, and 2 damage. That
Yeah.
would keep the more expensive and more important units alive while still sustaining some of the function. I like that. Yes, I like
Maybe
that.
it is the damage that is one too high on it. It could be that.
Because I mean,
Like-
if you think about Radiate already goes through Protect, so
Mhm.
that's a strong mechanic. You combine that with like Runic Flash or anything else, it's really incredibly strong. So maybe lower to 2 damage, and then now it's a combo card with Radiates and other things that could make it,
Yeah.
you know.
Pretty cool idea.
I agree.
I think true damage in general is like hasn't been thoroughly explored yet, whether it's balanced or not. So there's a lot of it, and now we're realizing that holy crap, this is amazing. Everyone use it, and now it's like, oh, I guess this is kind of a little bit strong, but interesting.
Also, unbearable words is a powerful thing to splash when you're connecting red with something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Bearable Words
That's
is really
crushing me too.
Definitely. I'm just agreeing because I think all of that is what I've been thinking earlier about red. Usually.
So basically,
Yeah.
if the devs are watching it, take a look at the Fire Flap if it could actually deal structure damage, and take a look at Runic Flash if it can cost less and deal less damage.
Because I mean, look at all the other true damage effects. Like I know red is supposed to be a specific color around stuff like that, but if you look at any other decks, like, is there anything that can compare to what those cards do?
Morning Hazard and Burial Chamber, kinda.
Mm.
Yeah, but I like Burial Chamber because I can fault myself. I
Yes,
did
it's so
the
delayed.
structure.
Yep.
It was my fault. Runic is like, well, I played a creature. He was going to do that whether now or later. If he draws the card, he can remove. I don't know. What do you think about Old One?
I don't see too much problem with the Runic Flash, but I haven't played for like 2 weeks. So I might be like not updated in the current meta. It might be, I don't know, too good. Maybe someone found a way to use it that I don't know. I can't think of a way to use it that people didn't use it so far.
Look, the way that people have been using it so far is people put a solid army, like Water Army, and still have Runic Flash. Or they have a Desert Army and still have Runic Flash. That's
Runic
why
Flash
it's so much
like-
harder.
Mountains.
Well, the way it was used in the tournament is okay. So there's a card, Fraudulent Operation, which doubles your gold. So
Yeah.
what red would do is play like a few creatures, very defensively. Wait until they had like 9 gold saved up in the beginning. They'd play like 1 harvester, and then they would Fraudulent Operation. Now they have 20 gold, so now they can spend every action on drawing cards. And because they can draw so many cards, they can draw all the options that they need. So it's not so much that. I don't know. I feel like in that case, it's not the problem isn't that Runic Flash is too strong. It's that they can get all 3 of them really fast. So it's like the amount and the consistency at which you can play. Like I played like I think it was 7 or 8 games against Arlik with a green deck against the red deck that I'm discussing. And basically it was he would play some kind of removal or big play card every turn. I mean, it was like a snake one turn. Then the next turn was Fire Flap. Well, not in that order. And then it was
So
like 2
why-
Runic Flashes, a Fire Wisp. It was like every turn there was something. So even though I'm rushing him,
But to me,
everything got removed.
the problem is with the fraudulent operation, not with the.
Yeah.
Could be.
Because
I mean, it is. I mean,
fraudulent-
doubling your gold, like
Yeah.
So maybe that's interesting.
anytime if the card is based around, maximum 10 gold, a maximum of 10 gold, you can play 90% of cards. Well, 100% of cards. I think there's one card that's 10, and most of the time you could play 2 or 3 cards at 10 gold. So if 10 gold's kind of like a large amount of gold, then imagine having 50. It's just like, why is that even possible? Like 50 should be. It's like saying I have 20,000 life. It's like it doesn't matter. Like
Maybe the
So-
fraudulent operation should just cost more
Oh.
Faeria, so they can't actually pull it off. Like if it costed like 4 Faeria, they would never do it twice, in a row.
Or
It could
maybe
be like-
just you can't double more than 5 or 6 gold, or I don't know. Like
yeah.
I once had 40 gold with the fraudulent op.
yes, maybe put a limit. I mean, maybe put a
If
limit.
they do a
that you
limit,
can,
yeah,
You know,
could be good. Could be good.
double 5 gold.
Yeah.
I don't
limit
know.
would be-
I don't feel like all the damage cards. I don't feel they're too good because Well, you're essentially just playing one card to kill another card, and that's it. I mean, it's not
but
that bad, and it usually costs about the same to kill a 3 health creature. You know,
the thing is, you're doing it in a crucial moment where that card is about to serve a purpose, like my desert worms, were the main damage dealers, you know. And you kill that, and my army is just a bunch of 2 damage units without that. So you're sniping a unit that was well protected and well positioned with a card that can hit anything. Whereas normally with units you would never be able to kill that card, and the card would be able to serve its purpose. So you can use the runic flash to strategically remove the building block, a crucial building block from the enemy's army, something that he really relied upon.
There's also something to be said about how, like, being down a creature is so big in Faeria right now that if let's say you have like a very small army, 2 creatures, very small, you're not going to be able to fight effectively. You need the 3rd creature. Your opponent doesn't. He can have 2 crap creatures and never actually play anything because he's just going to wait till you play something big. He's going to kill it. Now you have to wait like 3 turns to save up again, whereas he can get another runic flash in 1 turn. I mean, it's like the juggle of the resources. Like, it'll take me 2 turns to get this card. He can remove it in 1. So it's that, like, as soon as he does it once, I'm behind. I'm also down a creature. So if he does it twice, there's really nothing I can do to come back unless I have exceedingly strong economy, which is really only prevalent in green.
How many creatures are actually much more expensive than runic flash? And
there's the worm.
Like, even worm isn't that much more expensive than runic flash.
It's 2 gold more. There's the Stalking Nightmare, but it already serves its purpose by having haste. There's not that many. I would say that you don't actually get ahead in resources by using Runic Flash. The thing is, when you're using Runic Flash, you're playing Mountain, so you have a better economy. So trading unfavorably is still in your favor because you have a better Mountain economy.
Yeah. If you consider the economy, it's way too cheap. Because, like, let's say by default, red gets... Okay, so 3 actions, that's potentially 3 gold. If they have 2 economy cards, that's like they get 3 gold a turn by default, not counting spending actions. So I guess in that aspect, if you consider red's economy, runic flash is like exceedingly cheap. I mean, look at everything else in red. I mean, I'm seeing lots of 8s, 6s, 7s, very high gold costs.
I don't think that making runic flash deal 2 damage is a good idea, because then it would practically be useless. I mean, would you play it if it does?
It would still be a piece of removal.
But how many creatures has 2 health? It's like it won't be able to remove anything.
But then I think the problem is that runic flash in combination with other things. Like, if you take runic flash with a radiate unit, which costs 3 gold fire wisp, I mean, that goes through protect. It goes through like these things.
Harder to pull off.
I can see it cost maybe 5 gold, 1 Faeria, 6 gold, 1 Faeria, I mean, at the most. But I don't think it should deal less damage.
Yeah, I'd like to see it cost more before taking damage off of it. I like that. At least to try it out. I feel like there's other things in red that are drawing attention to this problem. Or problem of Fireflap and Runic. And it's the same thing with green. Everyone was complaining about Savage Tiki. They're complaining about Pathfinder. You know, these cards are too strong. But really, it was green's economy. Like, those cards were never a problem until green could put down 3 of them and a Naboria. So, I mean, I agree those cards were strong. Like, those cards were strong. But I think those cards were strong, and that was being exaggerated by other things in green. And I feel like it's kind of the same thing with red. Maybe it's not those cards specifically. Maybe it's just the fraudulent operation that's allowing them to get, 3 of them a turn and have infinite gold. Like, I don't know. It's kind of like the shaman problem.
Maybe you should move on to the things we actually did plan for today.
Yeah, sorry.
I was waiting for a break. Awesome. Let's see here. Add. Media file. So I have all these saved up in a folder. Faeria.
You've got the cards?
Oh yeah.
Awesome. That's my favorite thing.
Oh yeah, so for all of you watching, today is the second week, or has been the second week of the card contest. So this week, people had to come up with, imagine, be creative, and invent event cards, which the developers will be picking a winner from to be in the poll in 2 weeks from now, where you can vote for whichever gets implemented into the game. Next week is structures, right?
It's actually this week. They're
Oh,
gonna
it's
announce the winner
events.
tonight, so it's
Yeah,
kind of
but-
starting now.
Yeah, but wait, what? No, next week is structures, right?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I thought
it's three
I mean,
cards
it was
get in.
creatures. Yeah, it's 3 cards are getting it. It was creatures last week. This week it was events, and okay, from tonight or tomorrow it will be a week where people invent structures, right? I'm
Yep,
pretty sure
they've
that was
they've
the
already
thing.
started.
Okay,
Oh
they're
no,
already
wait.
started.
Yeah, yeah, yep. Go ahead.
Alright. Anyway, let's just start with whichever one has the best name here. I saved. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 15 cards to go through. So let's start with. Okay, this is a blue, I think. There we go. Culling the Ocean, which is every lake you control is turned into a prairie. You gain one. You gain 1 Faeria for every lake turned into a prairie this way.
Okay, so
This is very
This-
blue.
where did I? Okay, so I think this is. I'm trying to find my little note here about this card.
Oh, okay. Well, I think it's interesting. I like the fact that it's like this dried up lake or ocean on the picture. It definitely shows what it is.
Picture's
doing.
pretty nice.
I guess, as a blue player, so you're giving up all your lakes or oceans for 1 Faeria for every lake. I mean, that gives you a lot of Faeria though? That's an interesting thing. But can you really play anything then? Doesn't everything you do require you to have some lakes?
You
Well,
basically
okay, so-
get a
ahead.
short-term disadvantage by not being able to play most of your things, but you get so much Faeria. It's basically 1 Faeria for 1 action point, especially good because most of those legs that have been placed behind, you needed them to place a structure, to place a creature, and you no longer need that leg there. So I would say it's a very efficient trade for Faeria. It feels weird to have it in the water, actually. 'cause
Right,
I
right.
think terrain is the forest thing.
I mean, I'm thinking. Oh, well, I'm thinking it could be even desert, like you dry up something, right? I mean, I'm thinking like that.
Yep.
That
You
you're
like
drying-
take all the
You
Faeria
take-
out of the land. Yep. I can see that.
You take the and you take like that, and also you're drying up all the lakes and water.
But
Putting your opponent at a
I tagged
disadvantage.
this card. I tagged this card because I thought it was really interesting using land tiles as a resource other than just to spawn.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. I like it very much.
I mean, the card itself, like, I don't really know why blue would need a Faeria gain. Like, they have so many cards that allow them to have
They
a
don't.
lot of Faeria.
Actually, desert
like-
for the desert it would be an alternative to meditation. An interesting alternative to meditation.
And I also think it fits
Yeah.
with desert being all dried up and stuff. Like they would, I don't know. I'm picturing like they would dry it up. Like here comes the sun, you know.
I feel like yellow has. I feel like yellow's problem is more their gold than the Faeria, though. I kind of.
Unless you want to make the rust
really
deck
neat
more valid.
because I really like the idea of exchanging lands for something. Because, like, in the beginning of the game, you place 2 forests. You don't need it after that. Like, you're not using it as a spawn point. It was simply there to allow you to place a harvester. So I like the idea of having, like, a deck that can be using that for something else other than I used it in early game and now it's pointless. Like, converting it. I really thought that was a
Yeah.
really neat idea.
Maybe it would be less overpowered if it was targeting 2 land tiles like the gravity shift. And you would just dry up those 2.
Oh, like you select which lakes you dry up. Oh yeah, sure. That would be interesting too.
Yeah.
Would mostly like to see it as an alternative to meditation to make yellow rushes just as valid as blue rushes. That would add a cool element of variety, I would say.
Definitely, definitely. I thought it was a cool card. I like the idea of it doing something like this. I like the idea where some color. I don't know. I'm stuck with the desert thing. I like some color being able to dry up the lakes. Take away the lakes from blue. And gain something while doing so. That is how I'm picturing it. So I don't think it should be blue, but I like the mechanic. I like the idea of it. Really creative.
I just love the idea of land tiles being used.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
I
definitely.
think that's so great. Because, like, I mean, and that's just probably because, everyone's kind of familiar with Magic the Gathering. We're all used to tapping lands and using the lands for things. And it's just like, it just appeals to me to have that in Faeria.
I can see where you're going with that. Okay, GreatOldOne, do you have anything to say?
No, I actually agree with all of you. It's bad as a blue card.
Yeah.
It can be nice as another color, which brings me to the question if, is it okay to have cards in certain colors that just counter other colors?
No, I would say it should be against the desert. If,
No,
if it's desert, it should use up deserts.
Oh, you
No,
mean
it's-
okay.
If it's a desert card, can you play it against select? I mean, it's not a bad idea.
I wouldn't agree with it countering just water, because then why would you mess up the matchup of desert?
Oh, you mean
water?
you mean like if you use the mechanic to remove your own lands? That's
Remove
how it should be.
deserts, yes.
Okay, I
Like,
see.
Scatter to the winds, and
No, I mean, it's possible. I mean, I don't know, not specifically this card, but in general, should there be cards that counter specific colors?
I would enjoy it, but then you would have to create a card for every matchup. But I would enjoy it because if you can construct a deck that is good against 3 colors, but maybe weak against the mountain only. So then you splash those 3 cards that are only good against the mountain, and you get a balanced deck as a result.
Because in Magic there were tons of cards that were against specific colors, like really overpowered against a specific color, but kind of bad against everything else. So I think it's an interesting idea in general.
Yeah. I definitely also considering cards that work against certain colors would add to the gameplay. I guess if you could play, I mean, if you would have sideboard, right? And you would be able to have those cards in the sideboard and be like, oh, okay, I'm facing this color, then I'm gonna add these anti that.
I don't like the idea of countering colors. Like, as much as I use that a lot when I'm talking about things, I feel like that colors should represent a playstyle and have different build paths along a certain kind of playstyle. For example, blue should have a couple different ways to rush, and then you can have mid game. But I wouldn't like a card that specifically counters blue, since blue can do a lot of different things. I'd rather see cards that counter rush or counter mid game or counter late game. And if a certain color has that specific build path, then that's good. But I think the restriction of strictly beating another color is kind of but I guess that does happen on a pseudo level. I mean,
Awesome discussion though. All right, let's move on. Let's go with I think this was a good card. Let's see here. Call of the Woods. Destroy up to 2 target unoccupied forests you control and create an oakling on each of those lands. I see Eiffel's face. Oh, what a reaction.
What an idea!
Right?
OP!
OP, okay.
But how it would have to cost like two only.
Well, yeah, let's...
That is.
Let's not,
really
guys watching, the cost is not important at the moment. Like, obviously,
Let's watch the cost.
the cost will be balanced by the devs.
Martin, you're there on the chat. Please tell us you will balance the cost.
Now we take that into heavy
You can't
consideration.
trust these people who create cards.
I really like the idea of token creatures, and specifically destroying something you've done to recreate something. I really like that kind of idea. And yeah, Oakling is kind of maybe a bad example because Oakling has Protect and other such things, but I really like the idea of I mean, think about it. Forest has tree cards. You're placing trees. Shouldn't some of them come alive and do a happy dance once in a while? Like, that just makes sense.
I think it's
I really like the idea of using up the terrain as a resource, just the ultimate use up. So there's nothing else.
because that adds to the cost, doesn't it? A little bit. Like it does add a little bit because you pay the action to make those forests, and now you're spending that when playing the card.
I love it. I think it's a great idea.
GreatOldOne
Plus, I
loves it.
For 2 gold, 2 Faeria, you're
No, I mean,
destroying
okay.
2 forests.
The cost should be, of course, balanced, but
Oh yeah.
I mean, the card itself, I love interaction with lands because that's the main idea of the game, and we don't have almost any interaction with lands right now except land destruction, pretty much.
Yeah.
And there should be more, and this is exactly the kind of cards I want to see. I just want to mention that it's funny they have an Hearthstone picture on a Faeria.
Oh, is it a Hearthstone picture?
Is it really?
God damn it! Copyright infringement.
Chat saying 2 poltergifts. I agree.
To what?
2 gold, 2 Fae for 2 poltergifts. I like that.
Oh,
It's a
Jesus.
great idea.
Wow. Well, you know, I just love this whole idea of. I mean, I could see red, you know, removing mountains for stone golems.
Oh,
Yep. There we go. Things like that, right? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this could be. I mean, this could be a type of card in almost in
but I
pretty much
have to
every
say,
color.
aquatic units cannot be made from a lake
What? No, really?
because it would die instantly.
Water.
That
That is so true. Did
That's
not
fine with
think of
me. I
that.
don't mind little guppies flapping in the land. That's cool.
That is so true. That is so true. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Okay. Well, it's brilliant idea. I really like this card. It's amazing. I think it's really cool. It's definitely one of those that I really want to see. In the game.
Yeah, that's cool.
Even if
Especially
it's
since
like
I play
a
green.
1/1. Like, what if they went further with the token idea instead of making an actual card? Why not just make a token like
Oh yeah,
1/1
yeah. Like a
free
tree
person?
warrior or whatever,
Yeah.
right?
Something stupid and easy, but it's like, you know, now I have meat shields. You're trying to encroach onto my territory. I've been placing forests there previously in my turns, and then now, boom, I got 2 meat shields that die really easily. But hey, you know, 1 health, meat shield. That's an energy for free, basically. I
Yeah,
mean,
it doesn't have to be an oakling or 2 oaklings, like specific creatures that already exist. They could just be these, you know, you just turn the forest alive, right?
yeah.
I like
you
that.
know what?
I mean, come on.
let
The
me
hills
ask
are
you guys-
alive.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys a question. Do you feel like Feria needs like power cards? I mean, like really powerful cards that each color can have that are
You mean
can also
huge?
say they're like overpowered, but you know all the colors will have them, which will make them very distinct. I
You
feel
mean cards like large creatures like Poltergeist, or just
Yeah,
powerful for their cost?
I mean, powerful for the cost. I mean, insane cards. Let's say, I don't know. I feel Feria is so.
Small.
It feels so like bland. Like it doesn't have any like insane cards, which make really like insane games.
Of course they do. Defiant Incarnation is one of them.
No,
Well,
it's.
Poltergeist is another one with 2 protection.
I feel like every color needs like
No, it's 1
some
protection.
insane
A
card.
lot of
Let's
color.
say.
Yeah, you're thinking big. You're thinking in the lines like you would like to see like
I
an
think
8,
there are
8
cards
or
like
10,
that.
10 creature that costs insane. But when you
It
play it, it's
doesn't
like
even have to be a creature. I mean, let me give you an example.
Yeah.
In Magic the Gathering, there was a card called Persecute, I think. It was a black card. It says choose a color, look in a player's hand, and discards all the cards of the chosen color. And cards like that, which can be insane.
yeah, that is insane.
if they were board related, I would like to explore
I would say there are
that.
cards
But
like this.
I think the bigger issue that you're kind of touching on is how like big cards are relatively small because 2 small creatures can kill a big creature, thus making the big creature not very big. It's more like a medium creature. So I would like to see big creatures, not a Borea. Boreas to me, an Arborea is like not that big. Like it just isn't. It's not. I mean, it's a good card. It's like mid. I'd like to see large creatures, not like Protect 2, but like big amounts of health, like Living Willow. Like Living Willow to me is a big card.
Yeah.
Because
Even
of
the
its health.
dragons are medium creatures.
And they
Yeah.
keep and I really don't like how Green kept getting Faeria nerfs. Like their big cards are now just getting really undercosted for how good they are. So then their stats are gonna get nerfed. So now the big creatures are getting smaller and smaller. And I feel like some of those need to stay expensive and big. Like if I play a Basilisk, it should be like, oh my god, he has a Basilisk. That's going to be hard to take out. And Poltergeist is kind of like that, but it's like, I don't know. I mean, Poltergeist is better than a Basilisk, but I like he played something big, and that took him 3 turns to build for.
I like that
love
too.
that. Yeah.
Are we almost talking? I mean, sorry for bringing this up, but are we almost talking like how Hearthstone has these big creatures that you can only have one of?
Who cares about Hearthstone? I think Faeria should have them. I think Faeria should have, like Kasef described, something so big that he actually are like, holy shit, he summoned this. I would like
Yeah, I like that too.
Because right now it's like,
Because right now it's a dragon. Okay, he has a dragon. If I just have 2 haste units, I will slaughter him mercilessly.
Yeah.
Or let's just play 1 assassin with the Shaitan.
It doesn't even have to be a creature. It can be an event or whatever. I mean,
Yeah,
I know.
something really game-changing and expensive. I would love more of that.
yeah.
because
I mean,
like I feel
you
like
don't need
the-
to have too much of that, but 1 or 2 cards for each color would be awesome.
I mean, I felt like that's what dragons were supposed to be, but
Mhm.
they took a different style, which is fine. But I mean, don't you guys remember when people would play a dragon? You're like, oh my god, he played a dragon! Like it was this big thing, and now it's like, oh yeah, dragon. I'll take care of that. If someone plays a dragon, I don't know. I feel like there's no advantage to saving up for a big creature unless you have economy, because then it allows you to get it in 1 turn. But like I feel like there's plenty of games where I'm saving for a creature and I play it and it gets instantly removed. And it's like, oh, so why did I waste my time, building up to this card that just gets removed so easily?
I'm sorry for distracting you guys from the.
It
was
was
a
a really nice distraction, though.
No, it was good.
It's
I
good.
like it. I like it. We got there from Call of the Woods, so thank you, Call of the Woods. No, but it's I agree. I want to see this like, oh my god,
Like how Colossus was. Oh my
fuck,
God.
right? I mean, I like that. I like that in games. Yeah, I think Faeria lacks that. It does lack that. I mean, obviously there are some cards that you react to, but yeah, you need these big ass motherfuckers.
Well, like think about Colossus. Like, remember
Mm-hmm.
how last week we were talking about Metal Elemental, a heavy creature that's big, lumbering, but like really strong?
Mhm.
I felt like Colossus did that, but it was too mobile for what it did. I feel like Colossus. I don't know. I love the idea of like this. I mean, look at the art. The thing is massive. It's not like jumping across lands. It's really big. Only has 1 arm. I really like the idea of like a really strong card that's slow. It's not like it can't hit multiple things. It's just like really slow, really big. I like the idea of like 2 energy to attack, 2 energy to move. So it can only attack once a turn if it moves. But like, it's just so, I don't know. I really like that idea of like big. Wow.
Yeah,
Like the
well,
art.
I want to see that too. It's definitely something I want to see. I like the idea, as you said last week, the whole Colossus thing, or yeah, like a mechanic that was interesting. Not sure if it has to be that with anything that is like the big oh my god factor, but yeah, we need that. We need that.
We felt a little bit when Colossus was like way too strong, but it was just way too strong.
Well,
but
and
it
also,
had that feeling of like, oh my god, he played Colossus. How am I gonna deal with this?
Yeah.
I haven't been saving for a big creature. I have no way to deal with that. And I think that there's something to that.
every color needs something like that, though. Like you can't just have it to one color. So if you're gonna add it, you need to add a few.
Oh yeah, to
Yeah,
every color.
of course.
Yeah.
Really good there. Good old one. Good old one.
Thank
Great old one.
Great old one. Good old.
Wink.
Huh? Oh my god. Okay. Curse of the Shaitans. All creatures you control lose 1 health and gain 1 power permanently.
Permanently.
It says so. No big oh my god reaction here. Okay, so
Well, I've already looked at all these.
yeah, I know you have, but
That is so scary. That should cost a lot.
That's nice. I like it.
it is 3 Faeria.
That's an oh my god gigantic scary card, yeah.
I mean,
Not 3 Faeria, like 5 Faeria or 3 gold 3 Faeria at least.
29 Faeria.
Really? Why? It's not that.
I mean,
I mean-
permanent damage increase.
yeah, but you're also hurting
Yeah,
them.
but you use 1 health. I mean,
You're just moving
Considering
the
that
health
it's in
to...
yellow, I think. I don't know. I really like this. I feel like it makes yellow all in. Either you play this and you will win, or you play this and you will lose. And I kind of like that all in type in yellow. But I feel like it's if you're winning, you will win, and if you're losing, you will lose. But I guess if you're
Yeah.
losing, you could play this to come back. But go ahead. What are you
if
gonna
this
say?
card, let's say it was exactly the same, but you would gain 3 or 4 power instead of 1, I mean, that would be a big card.
But if you gain 4 power, everything kills everything.
Yeah, 4
Yeah.
powers really strong.
Your Fortune Hunter will suddenly kill an Arborea.
Fortune Hunter would die, but,
Oh yeah, he would die. Oh shit, he would die. Okay, that's not as good.
but yeah, I mean, anyway, yeah, I like the card. It
Use
looks
the
like-
yak.
This is
That
a
is
good
a
card.
crazy card.
I think it's a good card as it is, though. Like I think
You're gonna
that...
kill your Fortune Hunter.
Yeah, but don't play it then. At that moment, you
But
play it
it's
if you can afford to lose that Fortune Hunter.
I think this has really good synergy in yellow based on the way yellow plays, and I think it's really good. I really like it.
I
It's
would
like
put-
really strong, but I feel like yellow needs that somewhat.
I would put it in a blue-yellow deck with a noodle
God.
ball.
What?
Triton Banquet, Curse of the Shaitan,
What?
3 times. It's like, oh, just kidding. I have a 6/2. What are you gonna do?
Oh yeah, or the what's the? I forgot the name of the card that gives 2 health to all your creatures.
Triton Banquet.
Yeah,
No, that's +1, isn't it?
it's. Isn't
I
it?
don't think there's one that does +2 to all your units. I know there's one that does +2
one?
if you have like a lower
Oh.
power. Triton Chef and Doodle Bar, but
Maybe it was 1. So,
Share of the
Yeah.
Week gives +2 to 1 creature, and then Triton
Oh
Banquet.
yeah. Okay, I'll share of the week and okay.
but it's 3 deserts. Like you'd have to be splashing pretty far to get it.
Yeah. Just-
I like the card. I think I like the idea. It works in yellow. I don't have any idea what the cost should be. I should definitely need to see it in action to even like get a good idea myself of how insane it will be. But definitely, I mean, you're boosting all your creatures across the board, so yeah, it is powerful. It is powerful. Suddenly, the Sand Elemental Harvester is 10-3. What? Mind Travel and Smack Orb. Well, okay. Yeah, someone in chat. That's so good, though.
Yeah, Mind Travel is really good though. Like, think about it this way. Remember how we thought Unbearable Words was too strong because it could move a creature by 1 hex? Imagine teleporting a big creature anywhere on the map with its energy still intact. Like, it's really strong.
Yeah, I guess.
And that's
we
just the
need...
nature of teleport. Like, I've been saying this, I hate teleport because it's either way too strong or way too weak. And that's just the way teleport is. But I really like Mind Travel.
I think
I
it's
really
the instant
do,
teleport that is the problem.
Yes. I
Windgate
agree.
is predictable, and I think is good.
Windgate you can see and you can at least do
You
something
can
about
position
it.
yourself, yeah.
Yeah, Mind Travel is like I spawn something and then the next turn you're playing around where it is and it's like just kidding, it's over there.
Okay.
But I don't know. I think it's good that yellow had a card that was really really strong. I think yellow's needed that for a while.
Definitely. Next up is Rebellion Tunnel. The next
Tunnel?
Yeah, it's a tunnel, man. The
They
next
changed the name a few times. I
Okay.
think it was like Rebellion Network or Rebel Tunnel or something.
It's Rebellion Tunnel when I saved it, I think.
Oh yeah, this was like when they first submitted it.
Okay. The next creature you play this turn can be played on any land you control. Draw 1 card. Oh, draw 1 card? On top of that?
It's to make it like worth playing because you draw it, then you spend it.
I see. The next creature you play this turn.
So it's an action point saver.
Hmm.
Is it? What's the
Well,
point of the card?
I mean,
The point of the
pretty
card
much.
is if you ran out of action points, you can drop a creature anywhere without building a land there. It's basically transferring one golden and one card into one action point.
That is true.
Except you don't. I don't think this card is impactful enough for people to care about it.
I think this is pretty good.
I like the lore behind it.
The lore
Like,
is
I
cool,
think
the image is cool, but I think the
card
card
itself is very well themed and very well put together. I don't know how useful it would be in a real game, since human cards can generally be placed anywhere. But this would allow you to save, like, spawns, I guess you could say. Like, let's say I'm green, I have an Arborea in my hand, I've splashed this card. Well, I don't have enough to gain gold and place a forest, so... Oh, I guess at that point, I guess it doesn't matter. Because
Yeah,
I'd be spending a gold anyway, so never mind, I take that back.
Yeah, I don't understand why. I mean, it's fine, but I wouldn't play it in my deck. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just
Oh, I mean,
such
just-
limited and small use. You would just not be
Someone
bother
said in
putting
the
it in.
chat that like he would play a red flame dragon. Well, that's fine, but it doesn't let you play it if you don't have the land requirement. It just lets you play it on another land if you already have the lands you need.
Yeah, it bypasses land requirement, but you still have to play it on a land you own.
I think people just misunderstood it. So they think that it's really strong. But
I would
unless
make
you
the card more expensive and allow me to play on the opponent's land.
Oh, because yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You know, when I read the title of it, like Rebellion Tunnel, I'm like, oh, I can tunnel on my way to my opponent's orb. It's another teleport.
What about making it more of a teleport with your own creatures instead of like summon?
Oh, you mean you have a creature on the board and you make him pop up somewhere?
Yeah, because I mean it's a tunnel.
Uh-huh.
So what if it's like, oh, we have a... I mean, when I'm thinking about a Rebellion tunnel lore-wise, or like in reality, I'm thinking that they have an encampment over here, but they have a really fast shortcut to get over here. So when I'm attacking on this side of the map, suddenly these guys are over here, and I wasn't expecting that.
it's like
You know-
a Night of Storm.
You know what I would like it to do? I would like you have a creature on the board, and you play this card, which means you can move this creature to any tile like 2 hexes away around it, right? So if you have a creature like next to you, you can go behind it with this card.
Right.
It's like a
So
teleport, but
That's
it's
a
really
jump without jumping, except you jump underground.
yes, exactly. But it's a tunnel, man. So
You jump upside down.
I mean, obviously, yeah, it is like jump, but it's not a jump because it's obviously a tunnel. So
Yeah, I actually submitted or I posted on it and said I feel like this is more of a structure. Like this could have like a Wingate kind of style to it. But I think I like it as an event though.
I would love it if it was a new terrain type, a special terrain type that you would just construct terrain, construct rebellion tunnel onto unoccupied prairies, and then every time that unoccupied prairie on the opponent's land is free, my units can walk from the one place to another, just like that.
What if that's how it was played as an event? You would pick a card. Well, I guess that's how it is played.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Like you
What's
pick a
cool is you
creature,
can
you teleport him over here.
Construct like a Nidus Canal from StarCraft.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
what,
they
that's
would
what I
have
was thinking
an
of.
additional point to defend all the time. I would enjoy that.
Very nice, yeah. I like it more than this guy.
Oh my god. Okay.
All right, throw us another one.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw another one.
I think, okay, well, to summarize, I think it's a good theme and it's a good idea. I don't know how practical it is, but I really like the idea. It has good lore and good theme. I like it.
Okay, let's go with this, because, you know, this is gonna be a very, very American picture here for Kesa. Occupation!
What
You're
do we got there? A big hamburger?
No, it's the, you know, the classic picture of the American soldiers raising the American flag. Your opponent orb loses 1 life for each of your creature occupying opponent's land. It's a red card. So it just adds the whole freaking death clock thing.
But I like the idea of giving conquest type. I don't know. I really think it's a very interesting idea. But at the
It's
same
not
time, it's
conquest,
like
though.
if I'm ahead, Well, I mean like curse. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
It's like, but it's a card that's only good if you're ahead. If you have enough units on your opponent's tile to do significant damage, then you're probably gonna win because you have so many units on the board. But I do like the idea of curse based on how many units, not just I have one unit dealing, 8 damage each time it moves. I kind of like it.
It's
Think
kind of like a
interesting.
Zerkan Malefice, except weaker.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if both
Yeah.
cards are needed if one already exists.
Yeah, I agree.
I just think it's a very anyway, I added it because I thought it was a very interesting curse-like thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I
And I
think
thought it was
I would like it more if it had a different effect, like not damaging your enemy, but doing something.
Gains radiation 1 maybe for a turn.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, maybe
What?
converting the land, like making it
Yeah, because it's
Oh,
occupation.
converting the land. Oh my god.
Yeah, now we're
It's like
talking.
a massive campfire.
Now we're talking.
yeah.
Oh,
kind
that would be cool.
What would it say? It would say, you take. I mean, you convert each land that your creature control this turn. Something like that, I guess.
something like that.
Oh, apparently the card has been changed to desert, but the image is still red.
God damn it!
So it's a yellow card.
Well, if it's yellow card, it's even more useless than like.
Well, I
Yellow-
guess, because as is right now, it attacks the orb sort of thing. I guess that's why. But nah. Well, okay, whatever color, I don't think that I find this current ability on it really interesting. Because you rarely win a game by just playing this. I mean, you would maybe be able to play this card to finish your opponent off if you already got them down to very low orb health. But yeah, that
Yeah,
would be it.
I feel like I just like the idea of dealing damage based on how many units you have on opponent's land. It's
Mhm.
like a good board interaction, and it's like, I don't know, it just sounded neat. I like the idea of using an occupation style curse than just one unit off on this corner land that you built shifting back and forth. I like the idea of the occupation. Like, I have 9 units, take a lot of damage, but it's interesting.
Next card. Let's do this because of the pick. Reprimand. Which is a colorless. Target creature loses all abilities and buffs. Flying and aquatic creatures not. Oh wait, flying and aquatic creatures not occupying land will die. I mean,
That's a silence.
that is
Yeah.
a silence. That is true.
Yeah. Okay. So I brought this up because a lot of what I saw in the contest was classic TCG cards, drawing from your hand, going through your graveyard, putting creatures back in your hand, all this kind of stuff. So what I wanted to bring up with this card is, do you think this kind of stuff is good for Faeria? Do you think it's good to have classic TCG debuff cards, silence cards, shifting through hand stuff? Do you think
Can't
that's
believe
good
this
in
image.
Faeria, or?
I don't see a reason, no. It'll be fine. I mean, it works in other TCGs, and Feria, it's very different, but it still works kind of the same. So
The only
I
thing I'm
would
really afraid
like
of
kind
is
of
how cheap it
purge
is.
slash silence mechanics in Faeria. I would like it.
It's just so good. I mean, think about it. If I play Poltergif, 3/5, and he used his reprimand, I've basically wasted all my gold. I mean, yes, I still have a 3/5, but I mean, it doesn't have protect, so it's pretty weak. I mean, it's basically an Aboria at that point, but for a lot more.
Yeah.
So I feel like it needs to cost a little bit more.
I don't know.
Because-
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. It's gonna be good against the red snake.
Yeah, I like it. It should obviously cost more, but the idea of removing abilities is pretty cool. I think I would run it in
Like
many
that?
decks.
Okay.
Revolution Hots in chat is asking what is silence, and silence is more or less a name of what this card does in other card games, more or less. Like, you silence a creature, you their abilities does not exist anymore.
Make it until the end of turn? Nah, that's a bad idea.
No, it should be permanent.
Well, it could
For
be
one turn.
interesting until the end of turn, but it'd have to be till the end of your opponent's next turn or something.
Yeah,
Because like for example, radiate, it would pretty much do nothing to radiate except for like
course.
1 damage, but
Yeah. Now I like it being like, poof, there we go. No abilities on you. I think it's pretty cool. Also, something someone said. I think someone said, "Oh, it was the same person." This card, please put, make it on E. I think that goes hand in hand with the devs balancing. You know, they decide what the rarity of the card they add will be. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Again,
Matt,
image.
yeah, and Maspen, don't be sad. He says he made a very similar card days earlier. Casey just picked the cards that he found that he thought was interesting.
There was a lot that were the same, or like the same idea. I just picked some that were like very clearly representing what they were doing. If that makes more sense.
So, we didn't pick any favorites like that. Mind swap, I guess. I just now also realized it's a multicolored card.
Yep. How cool is that?
It's blue and red. Sacrifice target creature you control. Gain control of target creature. Oh, so you remove one of your creatures and take control of another creature.
That's too strong.
That is so cool.
Isn't this a oh my god play, right? Isn't this a big freaking cool card? Like,
see, the problem I have with cards like this is that you can play 3 of them. Like, I feel like there's some cards that need to be limited. Like, you can only have 1 of these in your deck, or 2 of these in the deck.
It does cost
Isn't
a
the
lot.
cost limiting by itself?
Yeah, but just say.
For you
There's
to,
a lot of cards that are really cheap that you can play multiples of that are too strong. So the economy, the cost can be worked around. Specifically,
Maybe
this is
limit fraudulent
have
operation to 1 from 3.
This is just, I mean, for it to be worth it to play this card, you have to sacrifice a farmer and take Leviathan.
Yeah.
Or-
I really like the card though, because
But
look how much
the thing is, maybe the card you take control of can attack instantly and backstab the opponent.
Wait, what?
I feel like it's bad enough that you take over a card.
Yeah, I
with-
don't think you should gain on energy on takeover.
But if you don't gain any energy, then the card is still in the middle of the opponent's turn, so it just gets beat upon.
Yeah, but
Maybe if he has
still-
aced, or maybe if you take the card when it's in a bad position, you still force your opponent to, I guess, kill his own creature that he played.
Yeah, but that's just removal. I would prefer to be able to attack with it.
And if he doesn't manage to, you
I
have.
mean, it is expensive.
Okay, wouldn't use this card on something that would die in 1 turn. Like, that would just be dumb. You're not going to use this on a Chitin Assassin that will die next turn. You would only use this on like a Poltergeist. You'd use this on like a Colossus.
Oh, it's
a
not that
dragon.
big, yeah.
So it'd be like you would only use this on big creatures because it costs you the same as a big creature, and you have to sacrifice something. Like the cost on this is extreme.
I like it though. I like the this is something.
Maybe
I
a
don't know.
balancing factor would be the requirement that units are next to each other.
Oh, come on.
Like if you're adjacent to a creature, kind of like
Yeah.
how the
It should cost much less if you do something.
Because
like
that makes it much more hard to do though.
Yeah.
And now Cubes shows up. Damn it! He was out to see The Hobbit. Yeah, somebody said that earlier actually. And I don't
I
care
like
if it
that.
was good. I heard it's good. I need to go see it too. Well,
I heard the first one was good. I heard a lot of things.
The first one? It felt a long fucking intro to
I
what
love
is
the
to come.
intro.
Yeah.
All right, cards.
Hold
Hobbits,
on. Okay,
hobbits.
so
Cards.
do you think this card would be good if it was cheaper, considering you have to sacrifice a creature? Or do you think it's just not a good mechanic?
Need to play test it to even understand and comprehend the tactical ramifications.
Okay.
Is it
Yeah.
good that it is multicolored though?
Now.
It should be.
I think it's
No.
jumping the shark. We're gonna get multicolored in the future. I think trying to get it now is just like meh. But
Yeah.
I like the idea of multicolored cards. I just
I
don't know
like
if
it human.
Ooh.
Just like the Imperial Disruptor. Really tricky, but available for everyone, so people can explore different
Yeah.
different tactical options.
Maybe they should add land requirement like prairie.
Requires 3 prairies.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That would be something, right?
Because because you played early enough, you take over enemy harvester and you harvest 4 Faeria spawns.
You're not gonna have 6 skull, 3 Faeria early. Well, I guess by like turn 3 or 4 you could. That'd be such a bad cost if you took over a harvester, maybe.
Alright, adding the next card. Okay, kobolds. I don't even remember this. Kobold malfunction. Oh, it's an explosion. I love explosions. Destroy a creature you control. Another one of those, I guess. Oh, wait. Destroy a creature you control and target creature. So you destroy one of yours, one of his. Wait, what the fuck? I need to read it to the end. Destroy a creature you control and target creature, structure, or orb adjacent to that creature. Lose. I don't even read it. I can't read it. Someone did read it.
I'm still waiting for it to come up on stream. Oh, okay.
I can't fucking.
I'm also waiting.
We're all
Okay.
waiting.
Destroy a creature you control and target a creature, structure, or orb adjacent to that creature, and they lose 4 life.
Okay.
So basically, you're exploding one of your creatures. You're exploding it, and everything around it takes 4 damage.
No, one selected
Everything,
thing
one-
takes
one
4
thing.
damage.
Target. Yeah, you need to
you're,
select.
You're destroying your creature, and it does 4 damage around it.
No, to one thing.
Oh, is it to 1? What? Oh, okay.
It says
never mind.
target.
Target
I thought it was like a
structure
time bomb.
orb.
No. So okay, so you
I
destroy.
like that. I really do.
You sacrifice a creature to do damage to whatever you have adjacent, and it's big though, because it's 4 life.
I think that should be the new runic flash.
Yes.
Actually, that's much more interesting.
Yes. I
It'd be
love
kind of
that.
bad though if it was like summon Fire Wisp, summon Malfunction, and then obliterate 10 cards. But oh my gosh, it's only 1 card. I can't get this out of my head. Okay. Okay, so it's not a time bomb. It's 1 card. Okay.
It's 1 card, yeah.
Yeah, I finally understand it. Welcome back, old one. Destroy a creature you control. No, okay, I think it's a really cool mechanic. I mean, it's pretty much you're creating a suicide bomber.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice.
It's nice.
And
Nothing
I like the
wrong
theme
with
of
that.
it being in red. I like the theme of red. Like
It is
just
totally
makes sense.
red. It's
Like
totally
Cobalt
red.
Malfunction. It's like I built a tower and it blew up. Maybe not Cobalt, but
I built
I
a
like it.
tower and it blew up. But you have to destroy a
I
creature.
built a troll miner and it blew up.
I'm just waiting for like the
cruel.
Fire Wisp plays. Like if the radiate wasn't strong enough.
Oh
But
my god.
it would negate the radiate and just deal 4 damage, so it's a
Mhm.
+3.
Yeah.
Maybe it costs too little, maybe.
Oh, I think maybe the land requirement is too little because it's really splashable as is. though.
Okay, if red has this Fire Flap and Runic Flash, way too strong, get rid of it. But if they replace Runic or Fire Flap with a card like this, I'd be perfectly okay with it.
Okay. So this is the new. Okay. Replace Runic Flash then, I would say. I like this one better. Because you have to sacrifice something, and it does more damage. I like this. This is cool. Yep. Okay.
This would all well, never mind. I won't go there.
You won't go there.
It's too easily splashed. Yep. Yeah, there'd
Yeah,
have
yeah.
to be some serious working on it, but
I also think it was
But
too
yeah,
easily splashed.
and also there'd have to be like obviously this would be better against a lot of colors than like this wouldn't be very good against green since green has a lot of 5 life creatures, but assuming you could back it up, it could be. I don't know, maybe it's
Well,
too strong.
You can attack with a 1/2 creature for 1 damage and then explode for another 4.
Oh my god, that's way too strong.
Yeah. You basically
Holy
walk up and attack with the creature.
Oh,
And since you
wait!
know it already is gonna die, then you blow it up too.
Hey,
It
hey!
needs to cost a lot.
Hey, what if you combine it with the ticking bomb or timer bomb? What's its name?
Oh man, or with the Triton Assassin.
Well, no, because the time bomb is sacrificed. It didn't blow up.
Oh, you mean? Well, that needs to happen.
There should be a code difference between a sacrifice and a creature destroyed.
Well, you did.
So.
What did it say? Did it say you sacrifice? I removed it. Damn it! Did it say that?
Creature gets sacrificed, I thought. Or maybe it says destroy.
It says destroy. It says destroy. So you destroy the time bomb, and badoom! It does damage around it, yeah. And then, and then you clearly, I think that no, it needs to be like that though. You need to
Maybe
be
4 damage is way too much. I mean, let's be honest. 4 damage is like a lot, especially if it goes through true. I mean, this is 4 true damage. Like that's ridiculous.
Hey, I see the explosion. It's definitely 4 damage. It's so big.
Yeah.
Alright, alright. Let's see. Let's go blue here again. Let's go with something, close to heart here. The Kappa Initiative. Every aquatic creature you control gains jump until end of turn. Draw a card.
Oh.
Yeah, that's okay.
And it's a turtle on the picture. I
So
like
all the
this.
ruby fishes turn into flying fishes.
Yes, and the turtles are jumping. Whee! I think this is cool. Every aquatic creature you control. Even though I have nothing good to say about blue. Like, I mean, I can't even play blue. It's not a thing that I can do. So,
One thing I think is really interesting about stuff like this is another type of type card. For example, only cards with aquatic, so it's limited to a certain type of card, and I like that. I think I want to see more of that. More buffs on specific types of creatures, not just any creature. Because then, I mean, like, for example, if you have a card that buffs anything, it can be used on something really strong to make it OP, or it can be used on something really weak to make it mediocre. But if you limit the accessibility of the card or the usability, now you can buff it because it only affects small creatures to make them good, or it can't be used on big creatures, so it can't be abused. So I really like the idea of this card, which is a type of creature gets a buff, and I love that. Want to see more of it.
oh yeah, it's definitely just aquatic creatures. True.
Yep, I love that.
It will make. I mean, this card would obviously go into a aquatic themed deck then. Alright, I like the idea of it. I like the idea of it. I think it's cool. It's just this is the type of events that I agree with, that I think makes the game really interesting. Where you do something towards a certain like a certain type of creature. So
Yep.
I like it. What do you guys think? Joy.
It could revitalize the full-on aquatic styles of play. Would be nice.
A jumping Leviathan.
Yes.
That
Yes.
could be good. That could
Huh.
be good.
I'm thinking of, like, what's the movie?
The movie?
Is it Wall-E? No, it's not Wall-E.
Hey, Willy?
It's not Shamu.
I
Willy.
think it's Will.
Free
The
Willy.
whale jumping over the kid. You have like a silent farmer and Willy jumping over.
Oh my god. Wow, you thought of that?
Yep.
That's old.
That's old. That is old. But it's okay. That's cute.
I may not be the great old one,
No.
but I am pretty old.
It's like a childhood movie.
It is.
Yes.
It is, right? Oh man, I remember that. Oh, so good movie though. I think the whale died. So. Anyway.
Spoilers.
Whoops. Well, what? Spoilers. That like real life though. It's not about the movie.
I know. Go ahead.
What the hell? Alright, let's see. Oh shit! Really? God damn it! Why they do this to this card? Cropping is there, right? Is there like that? I guess we'll have to do. Alright, it has some white stuff on it. So this is my wish. Gain 1 Faeria for each card in hand, then draw a card. It's really simple. I like this card. It does what it does. It's not special or anything, but
I did it because of the from hand play. Like, this card is good based on your hand, and I thought that was pretty interesting. I don't know if I like it in Faeria, because obviously it benefits, like, I don't know. I think it gives too much of a boost to people that have a lot of cards, but I don't know. It could.
Who would really play it? I mean, Desert needs gold.
Yeah, well, and that's the other thing. They need gold more than Faeria, but I do like the idea or the principle of you're gaining something from what your hand is, so that now there's a benefit to having lots of cards, and as opposed to not having lots of cards. Because generally in rushes you have very few cards, and on the defense you're drawing for answers. So this could be one of the things that helps you. But I think the cost is way too much.
Mhm.
I mean, isn't it 1 gold for 2 Fae? Isn't that the conversion? Or is it 1 Fae for 2 gold?
It's one
I forget
favor
what the
to
conversion
gold.
is. Okay, so it'd be like, I don't
think.
know. I think 4 gold would be better.
This card is like it encourages combo decks,
Yeah.
and you know, two desert is even splashable, so I guess it opens more like possibility for combo decks in other colors as well.
Ooh, I
Could
don't
do
like
some
that.
ridiculous blue stuff with it.
Yeah, I
With
think
all of the
it's fine.
Tailsville, the old turtle, and
It's-
try
that's
to
It might
something
be
that's-
really broken. It might be like really, really broken or really, really bad. I'm not sure, but like, need to try it out.
That's something that's like really new in the meta is that duo decks. Remember how like, oh, you wouldn't splash anything with 2 colors? Like, no, just splash only things with 1. 2 is too much. Now, like, most of the decks I see are 2 colored. So now 2 land types is considered splashable or duelable or dippable. I don't even know what the term is. So I think it's very interesting that maybe there needs to be a relook at land requirements in general. Like, should 3 and 4 be cards specific to a color instead of 2 and 3, since 2 and 3 is easy to splash?
I would say dual colors, when they splash 2 and 3 costs, they have a harder time playing overall, so maybe it's balanced already. Because it's I mean, to unlock every card, they have to have 6 land types then, whereas with a single color is 3.
Well, most of those decks, okay, the most OP decks right now are duo colors, and
Mhm.
they don't have a problem.
They do, it's just a small one.
Well, I don't know.
It's still a little bit
like
slower to play out.
a little bit, but I feel like the cards that they use that allow them to be so strong are not 3 lands each, so they can play them relatively early.
Yeah. Guys, I will have to go in about 5 to 10 minutes. I did ask for a shorter episode.
Yep.
Because I'm really tired.
We are almost through all the cards though, actually.
3 more. 1,
Yeah,
2,
I think so too.
6.
Let's bring Kasev's card.
No, let's do that last.
God damn it. Okay. Let's do that last. Which one do we have? Therian Rebirth is still here. Target creature that you do not control on a prairie loses all abilities and becomes a 2/3. Target creature you do not control on a prairie loses all abilities, becomes a 2/3. Yeah. Okay, so this is type of a silence, and you are if you play this against a big creature, you're nerfing it into a smaller one.
Yes. And again, this is the same kind of thing. Are cards like this good for Faeria? Is the kind of he played it, I remove it, like TCG style?
I don't think it's that good, but it's fine. I guess it's
Okay.
like a bad version of Sinkhole. I don't know.
I do
Why
like
would
how
it
this
become
doesn't,
a 2/3?
Yeah,
because most cards are like,
maybe it would
you
become
would
a
only
one.
use this on like a big card, so a 3/5 down to a 2/3 is a pretty big nerf.
Weird.
But this would be like he played a Poltergeist in my face. I change it to a 2/3. I can get 3 damage easy. I kill it. It's gone.
How
But-
about it just says that target creature that you do not control on a prairie loses all abilities, and maybe -2/2 or 1/1. Like it doesn't depend.
Like
you
a
don't.
disarm?
Yeah, like you
Yeah,
nerf its power and health by a set number. So I mean, if
I
you
think
did
would
play it.
make sense.
Yeah, if you did play it on a creature that didn't have enough health, then you would destroy that creature.
I like that more.
Yeah, I like this kind of removal as opposed to just killing a creature, because in Faeria, again, once you're down a creature, it is so hard to come back from that without events and tricks up your sleeve. But I like this kind of removal because it removes the threat, but still leaves something on the board. At least, it'll probably be killed. That's why he's doing it. But at least he's using his turn to kill it, as opposed to I removed it and now I'm wreaking havoc on everything behind you, and now you can't play a creature anywhere. So I like this kind of removal. I think it's great.
Oh well, maybe. I like the idea. I like the silencing part. I like the nerfing of a big creature. But yeah, I don't know. 'Cause I mean, okay, the question is there anything that is like a 2/2 that has some really good abilities that you would like to play this on, which means you actually give that 2/2 card a 1+?
Defiant Incarnation.
A wizard, a wizard that's being stupid that I can't kill.
Incarnation or maybe Shaman.
Stone troll, or I'm sorry, the stun one. I don't know
Oh,
which
the
one that is.
Elemental, Stone Elemental.
Yeah.
The winner of the tournament actually played Stone Elementals to great success.
Oh, they're ridiculous. Stun is so good. Like stun is just so good.
So there are creatures that you would perhaps buff, but you would nerf their ability.
Yep.
Okay. Oh well. Yeah.
Because 3 HP is really nothing. I mean, 3 HP is easy to come by if you're in a combat area, combat zone.
Alright. Well, yeah. Interesting. Interesting. I like the idea. It's not gonna be my favorite card of this this week, but yeah. Okay. Moving on. Media file. Did we do? Let's see. Done. Oh, we didn't do this one. Cyclonic Blast. Each cyclone is filled with Faeria. Turn each non-lake land adjacent to a cyclone into a lake. If a creature or structure occupies that land, it loses 2 life. Holy shite.
Okay, so I added this because I think it's really interesting to have stuff using the cyclones. And for those of you who don't know, cyclones is the thing that spawns Faeria.
Yeah.
So I really like the idea of using those for something else besides just Faeria, because they are a tile on the board. They do have surrounding tiles. They do have very key plays. Like those, the tiles adjacent to the Faeria are probably the ones that have the most action and stuff going on. So I think having something built around that is very interesting.
This would be anti-gatherer type of card, because it would probably kill harvesters and some structures that might be auto-collecting.
But is it worth 4/3 to kill a single aquatic? Considering that blue can have multiple aquatics and just play another one? I mean, it's like a tempo.
Wait,
it like
what?
turns down.
Aquatic? Each cyclone is filled
It's
with...
not against aquatic. It's only against land creatures.
Oh, occupies that land. Sorry, I thought it was dealt 2 damage in an AoE. Okay, never mind.
I would like it if it was target cyclone and I could use it in a rush defense, maybe.
maybe you spawn it. You play the card, you select the cyclone, and it pulls every surrounding card by 2 tiles back into it by 1.
What? Oh.
It's like magnet pull, because like a cyclone in the water. I forget what those are called, but I mean it pulls things straight down. So maybe it's the same kind of deal, but reversal. Because the Faeria floated up, and then you're like toilet. We can call it toilet flush. That'll be the card.
Oh my god.
Gabrian flush. There we go. That sounds much more Faeria.
Yeah, there's no toilets in Faeria. They just shit all over.
There's no toilet.
Humans don't have an empire with toilets, please.
I'm just falling on my face, guys. Thanks
do their
for
business.
being here, but I have to go.
Yeah. Take care.
See you,
Joe.
Joyful.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Alright, well, we're almost done. Remove. And add. I'm gonna work 12 hours tomorrow. I feel great already. Alright. Take cover, Kappa, Cyclone, Cross, Call of the Wood. Is it I think we'd only have...
It's like 2 or 3 left.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Oh, did we do... We didn't do this one, did we? Take cover, we didn't do? Nope, we didn't. Alright, take cover. Creatures you control cannot be attacked or targeted by events or abilities on your opponent's next turn as long as they occupy forests.
Remember how we talked about a shield ability from events?
Oh, yeah.
Basically this.
Yeah, basically, that is what it does, right?
This is the full embodiment.
Oh, isn't that a magic card? Like drawing?
You mean
Probably.
you mean the ability of it?
No, the picture.
Oh, the picture. I do not know pictures from Magic. Maybe.
But it's like on the next turn, so you're expecting him to do something, and your creature is immune to it.
It's fine. It's not such a good card.
Yeah, it's like it's
It
kind of
cost
bad
you.
because it's like you're completely you're basically spending gold to prevent him from doing something that he's going to do on his next turn anyway. So it's only something you would use if you had a play in your hand that is completely countered by an event. For example, I bet he has Runic Flash, so I'm going to play my Poltergeist, play the shield, so that next turn I can kill his stuff. But I don't know. It's too situational, but I like the idea of a spell shield and whatnot.
Yeah, I like the basic idea. I just think it needs to be implemented some other way. If it was for 3 turns, okay. One
Like
turn
a
is-
structure? Like a structure, you place it, has accumulate 2 or 3, and creatures in a force cannot be targeted by events or...
Yeah, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Martin, if you're watching, I'm just curious. Don't spoil it. I'm just wondering if you guys have decided which card won this week. But don't tell us. Also, my chat seems to be broken anyway, so...
Yeah, mine broke down.
Ah. So, Martin, if you're seeing this, could you reply to me on Skype on that? Anyway, add media file. Now we don't. Now we only have K-Saves cards left. Oh wait.
What? There's one more.
Oh,
The
goddammit.
stalking.
Yeah, stalk. Target creature is stalked until the end of turn. Whenever a stalked creature is attacked, it loses 1 additional life. Whenever a stalked creature is attacked, it loses 1. Okay, so this is sort of a new mechanic, I guess.
Yes, I like the idea of tagging cards with things. That was my point of adding it.
It's like a curse, I would say.
I mean, let's be honest. The art is phenomenal. Like,
There's no
first
art.
off, shh. We were about to confuse 30 people.
Ah!
What? The stream's not working. No, but I like the idea of adding like a tag ability onto creatures, because then you can that opens the door for abilities that can, like, you know, poison or do a bunch of things. So I like the idea of tagging creatures because it opens the door for a lot of interesting things.
Yeah, I like the idea as well. It's nice.
This would replace Tiki Ambush, in my opinion.
That would be insane in a blue deck, by the way.
Oh yeah, for sure. It'd have to be green only, but
Yeah, it's nice, I guess.
It is splashable as is right now with 1 forest.
Martin
though.
said they're going to decide tonight.
Oh, okay.
By the way.
Tonight is the night. Awesome. Well, we're pretty much speeding through the last part here.
That's fine.
And my contract. Okay, now finally. There we go. Back again. No.
Shameless plug. I had to do it.
Casey keeps adding his own cards. I don't know why.
But I did, to be fair, I did add the other yellow cards, you know, that did the same kind of thing. So I was fair.
But I actually think you finally get something right.
Whoa.
Whoa.
My creature was amazing. I don't even remember what I submitted. What did I submit? Oh yeah, the Joyful
The
Rogue.
Joyful Rogue. You don't.
But anyway, so the point of this card is the Amai Empire in the lore, they don't have an actual army. They hire people to fight for them. So obviously, if they're going to be hiring mercenary-like people, and the lore is like, no one would ever attack the Amai Empire because they're so rich they could hire the whole world to fight against whoever they wanted. So there's that. So I was like, okay, well, if I'm going to be hiring mercenaries, I would have them sign some kind of form or something. So anyway, my contract is kind of like the thing about that with the lore. It's like, I am... Well, okay, so it doesn't really make sense from lore to application, because technically then if they killed something, I would have to pay them gold for doing their job. But since Faeria, I'm not really the Empire or anything.
No. Since they die, you save money, because then you don't have to pay them.
Well, there is that. There is that. And if they kill an enemy, it's... I don't know. I'm winning. I don't know. But anyway, so the whole point of it is that, like, Yellow needs aggressive economy that doesn't help them in the mid game unless they're being aggressive. So this card is, if I'm attacking and being aggressive, I'm killing creatures, I'm getting resources back from that. So it allows Yellow to have unfavorable trades and get economy back from that. For example, the Shaitan Assassin. I can play it, metamorph it, kill something, gain 1 gold. The Shaitan will then die, I gain another gold. So now I've gotten 2 gold out of that unfavorable trade because I'm down a creature. So this is like giving back to you when you're going to be down a creature in Yellow. So, and this costs nothing. That's very important. Because if it cost a gold, it would almost be too weak. And I can't make it plus 2 gold. It'd be way too strong. So have it cost nothing, like Grey Blood Pact Gray Blood Pact, which is it costs nothing. You gain gold instead of Faeria. So cost
I
nothing
like,
cards do exist. They do exist.
I like
Go
the
ahead.
Criminal X idea that it should be a structure.
A structure? Ooh, maybe I'll resubmit it as a structure.
It should be a structure.
If it doesn't get picked this week, then next week you're like, my contract structure, like.
But no, if it costs Fae, the only thing was that if it cost a Fae, you would only play it if it would like pay for itself. But it would only pay for itself if you're killing like 3 creatures, which doesn't really happen on most plays. Most plays is killing 2. So I had to base it around the average of killing 2 creatures so that it would pay for itself on a good play, but also paid for itself on a mediocre play. So that's also why it affects your own creatures. So it directly benefits cards like Raging Worm and Assassin. So this would also strike back as well. Like, oh, I'm taking a lot of strike back damage. Well, I'm gonna sacrifice, gain 2 gold out of it, and it'd be worthwhile. But anyway, go ahead.
I would like it to be a structure and make it only on your creatures.
Okay.
Only when your creature dies, you get gold.
Only when your creature dies. Oh,
And as
okay.
a structure, it remains then every turn until the structure is
Yep.
removed.
Then, you know, people are kind of screwed if they attack your creatures, you can gold, then it's nice.
It's interesting. I wonder what it would be named and how it would be, pictured as a structure. Because I don't think it
mice
would be
headquarters or something.
Yeah. Probably, maybe, yeah, something like that. And I guess so. Until I mean, yeah, whenever a creature you control dies, you gain 1 gold. That would be interesting too. So,
But the problem is that they've said they don't want yellow to have mid-game economy. They don't want to just give yellow economy. So the whole point of this being an event, as opposed to a structure, was like it's like a temporary buff on good. It's like a combination card. But on the flip side, you could just make it accumulate 3.
Oh yeah.
For 3 turns if anything dies. So. Yep, and that was the reason why it didn't cost anything. It's because it's in direct conflict with my business, and I'm really against the idea of making a card that is just superior to what the other card used to do. For example, Shaman and Bonga. I did not like how Shaman was just strictly better than Bonga in like all ways. So I had to make a card that was like business but had a stylistic effect to it, but wasn't just strictly better or worse. So that's why it cost nothing. Because at 1 Fae, it's not worth it, like compared to business. But anyway, yeah.
I like the card. It's this is actually one of my favorites this week because I just like the whole idea of it.
Yay!
To be honest,
I actually felt pretty good about the card. I felt very good about it.
You had a lot
like,
of
its
discussion.
Theme, its lore. Yeah, I was actually I talked for probably an hour or 2 trying to figure out how to do it.
I mean, on the
we
forum,
did, like-
this thread had a lot of posts, didn't it?
Oh yeah, some of that was just stupid conversation, but yeah.
Okay.
It was some good like I don't know. I'm very happy with it, but I don't know. There's some other really good submissions that I think are superior in theme and ability, so we'll see.
We'll
The contest after.
We'll see. Next week it will be structures though, so I'm expecting more death clocks structures to be submitted.
If you have 3 creatures on the board, please win if you're red.
It will be interesting to see what people come up with. Structures will be interesting. Okay, we're done with all these cards today. Awesome. It was supposed to be on a shorter episode. It was 1.5 hours. It's shorter. We usually almost go all the way, because time flies when we start talking. So this was good. Thank you, Ogre, for appearing on the show today. Joyful, if you guys are watching this, and since he didn't get his chance, you can find him at JoyfulRogue on Twitch.
Yay!
Oh, he's fucking back.
Laying on the bed, being half conscious, but Kasif, good card!
Yay!
Good card, man. I'm all messed up, but
I
thank
like
you
the
for
Joyful
extras.
Rogue better, but hey. That was such a good card. I was so sad it didn't win. I was like, no, Joyful.
Oh man, but I'm still happy you made it. And my favorite, I think, is create the Oaklings, but the contract's also really cool.
There's some really good events. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was looking through. I was like, there's a lot of good ideas. Same thing with the creatures. Like, there's
Yeah.
so many good ideas in this community. It's pretty good.
I mean, as the devs can only pick one, it's like, whoa. But again,
We
the
should
devs...
get one creature, one event, one structure. That's what we should.
Yeah, they
That's
should.
what all-
Yeah, they should implement 3 cards.
I think 3. Yeah, I was also thinking it's such a waste to have so many good ideas and only one of them.
Mhm.
Well, the thing is, they can still use them for other things. They just wouldn't win the contest. if that
Hopefully,
makes
yeah.
sense.
Yeah,
Like, for example, when they add the 50 cards, maybe we get 2 or 3 from the contest.
yeah.
Yeah,
But I think the devs said something about that previous week. I mean, they confirmed the fact that, I mean, this is them getting all these cool ideas and stuff, and I mean, several of the card got some really honorary mentions where they're like, these are great, right? This fit, and they would. I mean, I'm just assuming that they will pick several of the ideas they think is awesome and just find a way to implement them in the game. Hopefully, sooner rather than later. More cards.
All in due time. Yes, I'm
yes.
so excited for more cards.
Aye. So that is all. I was just saying though that people could find you, Joyful, at your channel.
Yes, they could tomorrow at the European evenings. Casey, will you be streaming now?
I will be streaming after I eat dinner, so like in an hour or 2. I'm gonna be relearning everything.
So
Oh, man.
go watch
It's gonna be-
Casey
it's-
relearn.
Yeah, it's gonna be terrible. I'm gonna be like, wait, so how do I collect Faeria again?
And that
How
is
do I
the
do
funny
this?
part.
But so I will be streaming. I'll be relearning. So yes. So I guess that's my sign off. I'll be on Twitch TV/KCIV4. You can just find me on the Faeria page.
Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. And GreatOldOne, people can find watching all these, I'm assuming.
He's gonna be my toaster repairman in Wastelands
Oh.
too.
Toaster repairman
/sniper.
/sniper.
Slash sniper, yes. But you never know what people put into their toasters.
What the hell? Alright, that
Bread.
sounds awesome.
Bagels.
You probably won't see me streaming much, though, until next year probably, because, yeah. Well, maybe some days between Christmas and New Year's when I finally don't work. I'm gonna work 12 hours tomorrow. Fucking Christmas. But
People need their alcohol.
oh yeah, they totally need their alcohol, and apparently we also need to do what do you call it? Do stock. Like we're gonna
Inventory, yeah.
count. Yeah, do inventory. I was like, when I got the message, I was like, really? In December? What the fuck? You either do it like before Christmas or after Christmas, not fucking in the middle of it. But apparently we're doing it, so yeah, gonna be a fun night. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Next week it's the structures, the last week of the competition, and then after that you guys will have to vote on who wins, like which card will be the supreme champion and definitely make it into the game. So take care. Bye bye.
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 Thank you.